Let's talk about cycling animation. In a case like this, let's say I've got this shark, and you can see that if I click on the shark, and if I click on the channel box, there's a bend deformer on this particular shark. And if I go to curvature, middle mouse drag, I can go like this, and you can see that his tail will go back and forth. Okay, so maybe what I want to do is look at it from the top view. And I'll zoom out on all of these. Okay, good. And if I was going to animate this guy, maybe what I would do is, starting at frame 1, I would click on curvature, middle mouse drag, and I'd put it to, let's say 45. I'm going to just type in 45 is the max that I think the tail would go that way. So I'm going to right click on the word curvature and go to key selected. And you can see that there's a key on curvature at 45 on frame 1. And then I'm going to say that it maybe in 1 second, so I'm going to go 24 frames. I'm going to put the curvature at -45. So I can just type that in. And now I can see that it's at the extreme other side. So I'm going to right click, go to key selected. Okay. And now I can see that if I click on this viewport, that's what I have. Okay. I want to do one full cycle. So right now it's there, then it goes there, and I want it to come back to its original. So I'm going to say that if it took, let's say, if I go to bend here, it took 24 frames to go here, and then I want it to go another 24 frames, so that would be 42, and to get back to its original. So now I'm going to put this back to 45, and then right click, go to key selected. Okay. 24, I'm sorry, that should be at 48. Okay, now let's say if I know that that should be at 48, I could go like this. I could hold down shift, I could drag over this section, and then I could move that keyframe over to, let's say, 48. Okay, so that's at 47, 48. There we go. So now let's take a look here. So now if I hit play, it goes over and back. Now if this shark is going to be swimming forever, that's going to take a long time to just kind of key that back and forth, okay? So what I can do is I can go up here to my animation editor, graph editor, and I can see that this is the representative of the animation that I have. So you'll notice that I need the shark selected, and then here's the bend curvature, and the yellow diamonds indicate the keyframes that I set, and the purple line is a representation of blending between those keyframes. Okay, but the cool thing on this graph editor, what I can do is I can go to curves, post infinity, and I can cycle it. Okay, and when I do that, now remember I only keyed 48 frames, but watch this. Now if I play all 120 frames, I got to make sure that that's selected. Okay, it looks like nothing happened yet. So let's see what's going on. So if I select my fish, and if I go to curves, post infinity cycle, and then I want to view infinity. Okay, now if I do that, if I zoom out, I can see what's happening. So before it does this, and then this is post infinity. Okay, so it looks like it's not cycling everything. So I'm going to try this. Cycle that. There we go. Now that I had all of these selected and hit cycle, now you can see it's cycling. Okay, and it's cycling forever. So now if I hit play, hey, there we go. Now it's going to go back and forth forever. Even if I had 1,000 frames, it wouldn't matter. Okay, so if you have something very repetitive, you can cycle things, and that's why you may have heard the term walk cycle, and we'll get into that later. But if you are, once again, doing repetitive motions, you can have the computer kind of copy it and repeat it forever.